Liam had one dream: to be successful, but every time he tried, he failed. Until one night, he discovered a simple habit that changed everything. Liam was stuck. He had big dreams. He wanted to start a business, get in shape, and take control of his life. But every attempt ended the same way: failure. His first business idea? A complete disaster. He put in months of effort, only to watch it crumble. He tried reading books, watching motivational videos, and setting goals, but nothing stuck. He was the kind of guy who got fired up at night, promising to change, only to wake up and fall back into old habits. His friends laughed at his big ideas. His parents told him to be realistic. He started believing them. Each morning, he'd hit snooze. Each night, he'd scroll through social media, jealous of people who had made it. He kept waiting for motivation to strike, but it never did. One night, as he lay in bed feeling like a failure, he made a decision. Tomorrow, I'm going to change. But deep down, he didn't believe it. He had said it 100 times before. That night, something unusual happened. He found an old journal tucked away in a drawer. Flipping through, he saw a note from his grandfather. Motivation is a liar. Discipline is the key. At first, he rolled his eyes. Another cliché? He had heard it all before. But something about the words stuck with him. What if motivation was the problem? What if waiting for the right moment was why he kept failing? Skeptical but desperate, he made a deal with himself. For 30 days, he would act without waiting to feel motivated. No excuses, no negotiations, just action. The next morning, his alarm rang at 5 a.m. His first instinct? Hit snooze. But then he remembered. Motivation is a liar. Discipline is the key. He forced himself out of bed. The first week was brutal. He was exhausted, sore, and tempted to quit. But every time his mind screamed for comfort, he whispered back, discipline is the key. Day 1. He barely lasted 10 minutes in the gym before wanting to leave. Day 3. He felt the urge to skip his morning routine, but forced himself through it. Day 7. His mind started looking for shortcuts. Maybe I can take a break today. But he remembered his promise. Day 14. Something changed. He wasn't forcing himself anymore. His actions became automatic. He no longer needed motivation. Setbacks still came. His business idea hit another roadblock. He lost money. His friends doubted him. But, unlike before, he didn't quit. He adapted. He learned. He kept going. Weeks turned into months. He built a morning routine. He exercised daily. He worked on his business before checking social media. He embraced discomfort instead of avoiding it. And then, one day, he realized he wasn't the same person anymore. 2 years later, Liam's life looked completely different. His business was thriving. His body was in the best shape of his life. His confidence had skyrocketed. Not because of motivation, not because of luck, but because of discipline. And history proved it wasn't just him. Julius Caesar didn't wait to feel ready before leading Rome to victory. Miyamoto Musashi practiced daily for decades to become an undefeated samurai. Thomas Edison didn't stop after failing 1,000 times. He kept going until he succeeded. They acted without waiting for motivation. Now, the real question is, are you still waiting to feel motivated? Or will you build the discipline that changes everything?